I love pleasing my partner and I want to receive that. But I also feel like not everyone should get these big lips around their dick. I mean, if we're keeping it a buck, you know what I mean? Like, if we're keeping it a buck, why would I put random dicks in my mouth? You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't want street meat. I also think that there's a sorry.
But first, a word from our sponsors.
There are no more excuses for being bad in bed. None. I don't want to hear about it. Beducated.com is like Sex University with over 100 video courses to level up your sex skills, from fingering to anal to sex toys to how to set up a killer online dating profile. No more excuses. Do your homework, people. Get 50% off access to Beducated's entire course catalog when you click the link in the show notes or use promo code manwhore at beducated.com. My One Condoms has options for 10 lengths and 9 widths, providing 52 sizes to ensure that your dick, or the dicks in your life, are wearing the better size for better sex. Go to myOneCondoms.com/manwhore or use promo code manwhore for 20% off your order. Again, that's myOneCondoms.com/manwhore.
Welcome to the Man-Whore Podcast.
Shout out to the fan whores, to the whoreheads, to the pod babes and the Canuck sluts. This is Billy Procida, and you are listening to the Man-Whore Podcast. Had a little burp in the middle of that one. What's up? Welcome to the show. Bringing you sex-positive conversations week in and week out for over 9 years. This week's guest is TV personality Alesha Reneé. You might recognize her from 106 in Park, from Girl Code. She has a new original audio series out on Audible called Unleash for Love. And we're talking all about the love, why we don't have it, and how we're trying to get it, coming up soon. But first, the Naked Comedy Show, it returns to Hacienda this Friday. We've got 8 and 10 o'clock shows. Tickets are still available. There's a link at the top of the schnotes. Grab yours, come on through. Use the promo code MANSCAPE for $5 off, because I'm feeling friendly and generous on this Wednesday. You can also see my other comedy dates coming up, like this Sunday I'll be at Bridge and Tunnel Brewery. Later this month I'm opening for Cammie and Nikki of Double Teamed fame. You've heard them on the podcast earlier this year. They're doing a live show in New York City. I got a ticket link for that in the show notes. And here's a fun one. Next Wednesday, August 23rd, I am emceeing a non-monogamy speed dating / speed friending mixer out in, I think it's in Williamsburg. I'll also have a ticket. Again, schnotes, everybody. The schnotes schniz no schwer schnevery schning schniz. Ticket links for the non-monogamy speed meeting event also in the show notes. Should be a good time. But episode 500, huh? That was I told you I had something cooking for you. I told you it was worth the wait. I hope you enjoyed. It was definitely an experience editing the moans in a coffee shop. It's not often I have an erection while I do the post-production process, but woo-wee. Episode 500, the oral sex auditions. If you haven't heard it yet, fucking cue that shit up. Y'all seem to have a lot to say on it. For example, Russ F., he says in the champagne room, "Congratulations on 500 episodes, Billy. I've been around for at least 400 of them, I think. I thought this episode was super important because it's all about pleasure, who gets it, who doesn't, how one gets it, and how one should give it." I had to laugh at the following. Billy, OMG, OMG, oh my God. Samantha, it was pretty good. That was definitely something I observed as well. I'd have these transition noises where you can hear me just panting and out of breath, coming up for air. You can hear me choking on cunt, and then it just transitions into, yeah, it was pretty good. Like, oh, that's pretty good. As Russ also said, if that's her pretty good, I wonder what her amazing is like. Just goes to show how much work needs to be put in to get a 7.5. But I was happy to hear that. Hey, 4 out of 5 femmes recommend Billy's mouth. I'm like toothpaste. Now, you heard at the end of the episode that I had gone out with Samantha again. We hooked up. She said she had a great time. And then a couple weeks later goes, out of the blue, I don't want to see you again. So Samantha, I sent Samantha the episode. So, okay, well, hey, it's out. And we did get some clarity on that. She did have a good time. She did think it was a red flag how not over my ex-girlfriend I was back in May. But then she had gone to therapy and decided she wants love. She wants love, and she's willing to wait for it, and is allegedly, hanging up her panties in the meantime. I don't always think that when you are putting an intentionality into your dating life that you have to completely give up good sex, but you do you, boo-boo. Love is kind of the theme of this week's episode with Alesha Reneé. We're talking a lot about the love stuff, trying to find it. Why aren't we getting it? May all the sluts who have been mentioned thus far find the love that they want. It's definitely relevant. Elizabeth K. also said in the champagne room, "Wow, Billy, it sounded to me that you were a slam dunk for all of them and provided expert pleasure. Damn, though, some of these women were very annoying." Jesus. Can I personally just throw in also like really brave? Okay. I feel pretty grateful that I have not experienced selfish partners who aren't interested in going down on me. But then she says, fun fact. Before I found the Man Whore podcast, I matched with a man on Field in Wilmington, Delaware. He was there for Christmas holidays visiting his grandparents. In his profile, he stated that he'd won a pussy eating contest. Huh. Turns out he was one of the men on the OG episode with Roxanne. What? You hooked up with Porno Jim? You had the tolerance to put up with Porno Jim? That's a small slutty world. She finished her post with, "We met up and yes, ... he was good." He was good. It was pretty okay. Dare to exclaim how good the sex was, please. The amount of times I came up for air and then just apparently it was pretty good. I'm like, you're not tired also? Even when I get a really good long blowjob, by the end of it, I'm a little out of breath. Coming wins me. Or maybe I'm just in bad shape. I don't know. Annoying. Did y'all think those ladies were annoying? Let me know what you think. Share your thoughts in the episode discussion channel in the Champagne Room, which I'm really excited has recently become over 700 members strong. Over 700 sex-positive weirdos looking to connect with like-minded folks. Get on in there at manwhorepod.com/Discord. If you want to know how ManwhoreCon was, look, I could always tell you my experience of it, but in the Champagne Room, there's an entire channel just for ManwhoreCon. So if you want to see what other people said about their experience at my quasi-annual fan meetup weekend here in New York City, pop in over there. I will say hashtag for Jack was a success. The boy had a good time. This weekend needed to be good, for the guy flying in from France. And he seemed to have been pleased. And maybe at least once pleasured. Shout out to the comedians who performed on Impact, our kinky comedy show, and Dominatrix, Dory, and Dreadful. They put on a great show. We had a sold out crowd at Star Bar. Shout out to the pizza guy who I apparently was rude to when I blacked out and was upset there was no cheese left at 3:30 in the morning. That was my bad, dude. That was my bad. And Armando set me straight. He let me know what happened. He was very kind about it, but apparently I was a rude boy, and that was not nice of me. And finally, a shout out to the Museum of Sex, who every ManwhoreCon, they always donate free tickets for our crew to go tour the exhibits and the fun games they've got going on over there. I was incredibly impressed with the Museum of Sex this year. It was complete. There's nothing the same from when I was there 4 years ago. Everything was new. I'm a history nerd. So of course, one of my favorite parts was this exhibit that shows like the history of the sexualization in media and censorship in the media, right? And controversy. So it's kind of in sections. So the first is advertising and how brands were pushing the envelope. And then it got into the movies, how those were getting a little more sexualized and sex scenes were starting to become allowed, the MPAA. Then music and the sexual innuendo in old music and the explicitness of fucking wet ass pussy. But then there's this wall. And it's kind of like historical moments in obscenity, in censorship, in sex-based speech. The first issue of Hustler magazine, controversy around fining CBS for the Janet Jackson nip slip, court cases. And I found myself overwhelmed with a lot of emotion at this wall. Podcasting, especially doing it in the independent style that I do, there is no team here. I don't really have collaborators except for my guest week to week. It can be lonely. I'm looking at this wall. I'm looking at trailblazers. I'm looking at people you've never heard of. Like there were 4 students at Spelman College who, protested a certain rapper coming to their school. The Dixie Chicks. I mean, there's people known and unknown on this wall and their contributions to advancing sex positivity and fighting censorship. And I don't know, I felt part of something. Like I felt like, hey, look, me eating out women and putting our actual moans into a podcast episode is like, it felt like I'm doing my really baby bit of a small part of a bigger thing. And that felt pretty cool. I don't know if I officially announced this or not, but so the Museum of Sex is opening a new location in Miami. I think any day now. I think it's happening this fall. They reached out to me earlier this year because there's going to be an exhibit about sexual health products or something like that. Anyways, someone found a very old, very low downloaded, honestly, I think it's one of my top 5 least listened to podcast episodes ever. But someone at the museum found this episode of my podcast and snagged this one clip from it and is asked permission to use that clip in the exhibit room to play on loop while visitors are walking around. It's like my slut show is going to be in a museum, is going to be part of that history and that movement. And so while I'm pseudo babysitting, 12 to 15 fan whores at Most Sex, I'm also just taking it back, looking at this wall and I don't know, feeling connected to something. It definitely helped feel a little less alone. I thought that was cool. And my way of saying yo, Man Whore Podcast is going to be in a fucking museum. Hey, I wonder how many museums I got to get put into before my dad is more proud of me than my sisters. But anyways, Man Whore Con was great. Shout out to everyone who came. All right, before I get to my guest this week, Alesha Reneé, I got to announce we have another hot movie night next Thursday, August 24th. Fan Whore Nation is going to be watching the 1979 Golden Era classic starring my queen, Kay Parker. We're watching Taboo. We're streaming Taboo in a patron-only channel in the Champagne Room. During the sex scenes, we talk shit. We do Mystery Science Theater 3000, but horny. And if you want to join us for that, you got to be a member of the Patreon. Go to my Patreon, sign up for any tier, link it to your Discord, and then I will see you on August 24th. Or maybe I'll even hear the slick wits you got to share. I hope these next 2 people will be at Hot Movie Night. I want to give a shout out. I want to give a fan whore appreciation moment to Steve Wedekind from Texas. Stand tall, stand true, stand blue. Deep in the heart of Texas, sir. Thanks for supporting the podcast. I also want to give a shout out to Miss Gothic. You and your happy pseudo furry pets have been very wonderful additions to the community. So thanks for being a member. Thanks for supporting the pod. Thanks for being so active and fun. And you too can join us for Hot Movie Night and support an indie podcaster you seem to enjoy. Become a member today. Support the pod at patreon.com/manwhorepodcast or download the Patreon app and find me on there. My guest this week is Alesha Reneé. She's got a new original audio series on Audible called Unleashed for Love. I've only heard the first episode, but feels like if you like the movie Girls Trip, right? If you like Girls Trip, I feel like you'll dig listening to this. And enjoy this conversation about love, about faith, about being very discerning with whose dick you put in your mouth. Here's me with Alesha Reneé. Okay, so I've been binging The Good Doctor on Hulu. It's a show about an autistic surgeon, and where I am in the series, he's dating this other doctor who, after waiting very patiently, I should say, takes his virginity. So Dr. Sean Murphy is learning that sex is awesome, and that doesn't require very much time for him to orgasm. But then he learns that there's room for improvement with his girlfriend, who must be wearing out her vibrators while she waits. And I like to think that Sean got beducated, because the last episode I watched, it ended with a close-up on the girlfriend laying in bed with Dr. Murphy nowhere to be seen. But then a smile slowly creeps across her face like, OMFG, finally, this dude who memorized every medical textbook took some time to learn how to make me come. My sponsor this week is Beducated, and their catalog of video courses will improve your sex and dating life, whether you want to find the G-spot, give better hand jobs, or explore intimacy with a disability. I mean, really, they got video courses on everything over there. Beducated offers a 14-day money-back guarantee. And not only that, but you can get 50% off an annual membership when you click the link in the show notes. Again, click the link. I'll be honest with you. You actually can use promo code manwhore, but like they really, really want you to click the link. So it'd be super cool if you could do that instead. But I just want to let you know that promo code manwhore works. Click the link in the notes for half off of Beducation. Beducated.com. Because it's educated, but with a B for bed stuff. Imagine you were walking around in life every day wearing the wrong size shoe. And you just thought that, all the pain and discomfort and the blisters and the shoes breaking down in an untimely way, hey, that's just part of walking around in life. Now imagine that was your condom. Did you know you were probably wearing the wrong size condoms this whole time? My One Condoms offers 52 sizes to give you the better fit for better sex. With a better fitting condom, you're going to break them less, they're going to slip off less, they're going to shift over less. Select sizes of My One Condoms are available in CVS stores nationwide. And ladies, and hey, all people who bang people with dicks and need a variety of condoms, My One offers sampler packs, so you can make a whole game out of it the next dick haver you come over. The sampler pack even comes with a fit kit measuring device, so you can wrap it around them and know what they need. Again, select sizes are available in CVS stores nationwide, or go to myonecondoms.com/manwhore and get 20% off your purchase. Better fit, better sex. My One.
And the funny thing is I'm a fun gal. I'm nice to look at. I don't know what's happening. I don't maybe I need to stop talking about singledom. Maybe I need to start putting I'm out here fucking. Mm-hmm. Can we curse on this podcast?
Yes, you can curse on this podcast.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Earmuffs, Lisa. I don't know. Maybe I need to start just manifesting and changing my language up.
Yeah?
You think?
Well, I mean, how much are you like that character I listened to? Like, how is her dialogue a lot like yours?
Alesha, the character, is way more, I would say, obsessed about love and finding love than I am. Okay. I have a little more ease to it. I'm like, fuck it, it'll come. She is more, what's the word? Whimsy about love, fanatical about love than myself. Yeah. For sure. Every character is based off of someone real, just a little more heightened. Mm-hmm. Right? But yeah, I have a little more ease to it.
Yeah. Well, so
I think so.
Where are you meeting people at now?
these streets.
Yeah.
These dating apps are trash.
You're actually picking people off the street?
I'm putting myself in position to be picked up off the street, and not like a $2 whore, but like one that you'd actually want to take home to meet mom.
Okay.
Not a whore, but like a woman.
Yeah.
Although some people are taking whores home to meet.
I mean, I take whores home to meet mom.
Good
My mom
for
loves
you.
them. Yeah.
Good for you. We don't kink shame around here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do.
I mean, I find that the whore part doesn't tend to factor in too much, other than like their nighttime availability. Otherwise,
they're not avail, or
otherwise it's just like dating anyone else.
Well, if they're not avail, that means that you got a good whore.
Huh?
If they're not available in the night.
Oh no, she's very good, as in good at her job. Yes.
Oh yeah.
But that's the
really
thing. I like it when someone's just good at what they do.
Fair.
That's attractive to me.
Fair.
So if you do sex work, as long as you're like taking it, like you do
Body
it
that
well,
thing.
I'm into that. If you're an artist, then you're like commit whatever you're. If you're a I just like you
Just
to be
excel.
good at it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
excel. No one likes a half-ass surgeon. You know what I mean? Like I kind of
Truly.
want you to be the top of your craft.
Yes, that's an attractive quality. If someone's passionate about what they do and good at what they do. So I don't really care if what you do is like provide really fine evenings with older gentlemen, so long as you're like you got a nice website.
I like the
professional
clean way you
photos.
say it, the clean way you describe it.
Yeah.
Nice fine evening with a distinguished gentleman.
Yeah, you know, I mean, at a certain age, a lot of times that job is just babysitting
Fair.
old men. You're barely even banging.
You don't have to juggle any balls.
Yeah, they just want to tell old stories about the lady who got away.
Oh, the one who got away.
Those are the stories that my whore
Oof.
friends tend to tell me.
Your whore friends.
Oh yeah, I mean, most of my friends I feel like are in the trade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Let's unpack that.
Let's unpack your feeling on horse. Alesha Reneé. Hello.
Hi. So nice to meet you.
From
What an opening.
yeah, what a horse opening.
Yeah.
Of girl code fame.
Yeah.
It's been a minute
Guy
since that.
code, girl code. It has been a minute. I feel like we didn't do the audience justice, though. We didn't have like a farewell season or anything like that.
Yeah, that show just kind of like evaporated.
Faded
All of a
into the
sudden,
bushes.
you and Suba and Jamie and all of them just.
It was their number one show too. I was surprised that they did it. Shar and I were talking about that actually. I'm like, they really should have given us like a farewell season. I think the closest that we got to it was during the Global Ponderosa. They did what happened in the year 2021 or something like that, or 2020. Like it was one of those flashback moments.
Okay.
And a few of us took part in that. Like myself, Charla, I think Duval. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the closest that we got to a wrap up.
Yeah. Do you have any sex worker friends IRL yourself that you know about?
I think if I were to have any sex working friends, they probably would unfortunately be discreet about it. And I say unfortunately because I haven't had that many sexual experiences, so I would want to pick their brain.
What?
Yeah. Why do you say that as if I should be swinging from penis to penis? Like Jane
No, it's not about should.
and Tarzan.
The way
you think
you-
I'm just dick hopping?
No, the way you were speaking up front, the shirt you're wearing. I don't know. You're also
What's
like.
wrong with my blouse?
We're both in our 30s and everything. I just feel like we've had some experience at a time.
I feel judged because my blouse is see-through.
Yeah.
I am.
It's good. It's a great looking blouse.
Thank you. I wanted to give a razzle dazzle, give a little something. But also, I'm trying to get out of these streets. So I feel like if you advertise a little more, maybe I just haven't been that open about my advertisement of said body, all this brown sugar before you.
Yeah. Well, it does seem like you also are not sure like why you're still single.
I'm not.
And I started this whole show interviewing my exes about why I'm still single.
What did they say?
I'm apparently condescending to younger partners.
I could see that.
Yeah.
The way you judged the shit out of my blouse, I could see that.
What?
I heard you.
That I'm infuriating to argue with.
Are you a Leo?
No.
Taurus?
No.
Aquarius?
I'm a Gemini, and
I knew it. That was
this
gonna be
exchange is why I attach no value to it. But I'm apparently like
Argumentative?
Argumentative,
Condescending,
condescending,
Okay.
and I give weird compliments. Why do your friends say you're single?
Some would say I'm picky, but I was saying to you, I don't think picky is a thing. I think, you could be sure about what you want, what you don't want.
Okay.
I prefer a little less fuckery.
Okay.
I like to know.
What is fuckery?
Fuckery is inconsistency in how you show up. Are you dependable? You know what I mean? Are you a man of your word? Are you integrous about how you show up in life?
Yeah.
Those things matter. I like to laugh. I think people take themselves too seriously. And I love to play. and balance. And so, I just think certain things, and I'm from the South. So there's a lot of ways, and I do believe in feminism and, I am woman, hear me roar. But there are other ways where I really love a guy to take the lead, especially because I am a business and I'd like to not have to do that in my personal life.
Mm-hmm. The typical very alpha, like out in your professional life, but at home you kind of want to not have to make the decisions.
I want to be soft.
Me too. Yeah. I also prefer when they make the decisions and they lead the way, because I got to run my own independent business all day, every day.
Right.
I'm tired.
You want to rest. Yes. I want to rest. I want ease.
May we both get the dominant partners that we prefer.
I'd like that.
Yeah. But like, when was the last time you were in like a serious committed, like when was the last time you had a boyfriend?
Last time I had a boy, heavy on the boy. Friend. Heavy.
I'm sure you can get like a boy when you want one, but like someone committed.
I want a man.
Yeah.
I think about this line in Eat, Pray, Love, and I know that's probably my problem. I will watch certain movies and I'm like, oh, that would be nice. Yeah. When Javier Bardem, and I say I have an accent. Bardem.
Bardem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When he was like, you don't need a man, Rose, you need a champion. God damn it. Talk to me. I need a champion. Ugh. Don't know where they are. Yeah? I don't know where they reside.
You think you deserve a champion?
No, I know I deserve a champion.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
Isn't it sad
language matters.
It does. It's really sad to me when I hear somebody make the same complaint as you, but then they also don't talk themselves up in a way that deserves that.
It took me a long time to get there, though. If I'm being fully transparent.
Please.
And Lisa and I had a beautiful conversation yesterday. I'll share my part, obviously not hers. But it takes a long time for you to gain language that you can look at yourself and know that you're deserving of something. And I'll say this, I'm a woman who's had a job since I was 14. So it's taken me a long time to find comfortability and wanting ease and wanting to be soft and not financially taking care of my partners and being able to say out loud, I want to be in a relationship where I'm taken care of financially, where I'm provided for, and I don't give a shit if people look at me like I'm a gold digger or anything like that. I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I've had a job since I was 14. A bitch is tired. Bitch, I'm tired. Like, where is my ease? I want to be a dandelion. I want to put on my heels and cross my legs and be sexy and know that Big Daddy has it covered. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it takes a very long time, especially as a woman of color, to be able to rest there and say that I deserve to be soft in the right man's arms. So.
And when was the last time you felt that way?
I haven't. I have yet to receive that.
Have you never had a boyfriend?
I've never had a champion.
Okay. So you've been in like relationships, but never like that champion level guy.
I haven't been in love yet. Okay. I've loved men to the best of my ability. I've received their love to the best of their ability. Although I can say in the 6 relationships that I was in, when it all came down to it, and you know how you do the whole recap of how the relationship flushed out and whatnot.
Literally what I do.
You know, like
it started my career.
Where we went wrong. I appreciate them saying that they didn't love me because they didn't love themselves and they didn't know how to love me. So that's why I'm very particular with my language when I say I received their love to the best of their ability. And I gave mine to the best of my ability. But therapy does wonders and living does wonders. And so, I can say I haven't received the kind of love that I know I deserve. Yeah.
What was the last like proper date you went on?
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay. So that long.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Don't make me like,
I mean, I'm not going to make you pull out a calendar.
Pull a number.
Book.
Yeah. The last relationship.
I can read on your face how long it's been.
Did you see how I went like into a daze?
Yeah.
I was like, how long has it been?
No, I just want to give you a hug. I felt very sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be the sad boy here. It's like
you've met your match.
What was that?
You've met your match.
I met my match and I lost her.
Oof. Talk to me. I'm here. Listen.
Oh no. I gotta. If I told you how long ago it was, you'd be like, okay, you need to shut up about it.
I give phenomenal advice, Lisa.
No. I mean, I'm also in therapy 4 days a week and
4 days.
4 days, 2 different. I got group once and then individual 3 times a week.
Okay,
I'm a very therapized boy.
Are we making progress?
Some progress. I mean, the
Okay.
group is good because it's just men my age, and then like I need to learn how to make male friends because I don't have those.
Is that beneficial though? It's kind of like the blind leading the blind, yes?
Well, yeah, there's like an older guy who allegedly has degrees and shit who leads the way on it, but
No woman.
well, no, it's like specifically was made to be like a group of men so we can like men being vulnerable with each other and
That's
seeing
fair.
that it's fine, right? So
I like that.
there's that, and then I've got my we're making progress.
Are you just now in therapy or have you?
I've been on and off therapy since I was a kid, but
Good for you.
Yeah.
You know what's it's such a and great for you, good to you for taking advantage of like, and I say that just because like therapy hasn't always been like a easily accessible thing, more specifically within communities of color.
Sure.
We kind of like sweep the baby under the rug, but meanwhile back at the ranch you can still see the baby.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just now getting to a place where we can talk openly about our problems and issues and concerns and hopefully get to a more healthier resolution. And I love to hear men providing spaces for other men to be soft and to be more expressive. So then you won't run into a woman like me who's like trying to pull your emotions out of you. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, it's been really challenging to find chivalrous men.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was picking up that there's like a little bit more of a traditional mindset for what you want.
in certain regard, right? Obviously, I'm a woman with opinions. I'd love to have them valued, heard, and appreciated. I am strong. I don't mind if I ask my guy out on a date. I'll pick up the bill. I asked you out.
Okay.
I'll take care of you. But I love to be taken care of. It's something that I just haven't experienced yet. And, you know, it's challenging when you are open about certain things. I think people can kind of like just get ahead of that and think that, oh, she just doesn't want to do that. It's like, no, I want to know that there's ease back at home. And everything isn't a struggle and a fight.
Yeah.
And I don't have to carry all of these plates and keep them up in the air.
What's an example of like type of fights that would keep you from progressing in a relationship? Whoever the last potential champion was.
So I dated this guy, and the older I got, I guess I can kind of understand. But he was like, you know, if your credit score doesn't come up, I won't marry you. Okay. Fair. Because, you know, marriage is a contract, right? It's a business. Okay. But you kind of hope that financial literacy isn't really taught, more specifically in my community. Right. So if you don't have the knowledge or the tools, you don't know how to apply it. Again, I've had a job since I was 14. I've taken care of 4 households, you know, since I was 19. I bought my first house at 17. So I have earning power. I know what to do with money, but just as it pertains to credit, like those during that time, I just didn't know. So you kind of hope that if a guy comes into your life with all these restrictions and parameters, that he's willing to help you solve the problem. I don't mean financially, but maybe give you some insight with, how about you try this, babe, and then do that. And I'll help you create a financial plan and all these things. None of that. He also was the same guy that asked me for $1,000 because he was an artist, right? And he just wanted the money to be in his account. Now, I dated a guy before. Hold on. I dated a guy before that I made more money than him. Pretty much all of my relationships with men in the past, except for one, you know, so 1 out of the 6, I've made more money than them. I took care of them financially. My mother worked 3 jobs to put my dad through school. So that's kind of what I grew up knowing.
You have a template for that.
And not in the regard of like the woman is subservient to the guy and she has to take care of everything to serve his dreams. But just if this is going to be for the betterment of our family, you know, okay, I can sacrifice here, but with the understanding that there's reciprocity, right? And so with him, again, he wanted $1,000 because he was in between paychecks.
But he wants you to have a good credit score, and then he is...
And I gave him the money, you know, just because I dated a guy, like I said, that I made more money than him, and he cheated on me like he was getting a trophy for it. So in order to prevent that happening again, I said, fine. Cut to 2 weeks later, I just needed $100 to put gas in my car because I couldn't find my bank card. And he was like, you don't have $100 on you? Same guy that literally 2 weeks prior asked me for $1,000 just because he wanted the money.
Who also has this weird
thing with credit.
Financial credit score restriction.
And wasn't trying to like give me knowledge and education.
I don't know if you
tools
want
to do
knowledge
better.
from the guy who's an artist who needs to borrow
Fair.
$1,000.
Very fair. But what I'm saying is like when guys bring problems to the table and no resolutions and solutions, like I have an issue with that. You know what I mean? Like you're chopping me down, but you're not bringing anything to help solve. Like love is action. So help.
Are there other deal breakers of other people you've run into where you're like, oh, this guy could be the guy, but then there's this weird arbitrary.
Yeah, there's the toxic masculinity just in the regard of like, I am the man. Mm-hmm. Let me do like, I have no problems letting a guy lead as long as there's a clear vision of where you're going. Mm-hmm. But if you're a clusterfuck of like thoughts and emotions and there's no clear plan that you have for self, like where the fuck am I going? Yeah. To hell. But that's where.
But don't you think some of your wants are going to often come up against the type of, like the things you want in a guy who leads are oftentimes going to coincide with the type of guy who is forcefully leading with no plan because he just thinks that that's what he's supposed to do as the man.
I think a different version of me, yeah. But the version where I'm at right now, I think that there's a beauty to, like I said, like I'm alpha female in a lot of other areas of my life, you know, with my family, you know, financially, I contribute a lot. Yeah. Professionally and personally, I contribute a lot. So when it comes to relational, I feel that, you know, when you're communicative with your partner and there is a clear sense of what do you want out of life, you know, not to say that you're regimented to like a 5-year plan or anything like that, because life has to be able to come in and detour and whatever. But if you have a strong work ethic, earning power, like we talked about before, you're soft in your way in that I can be soft with you. My dreams, my desires, the things that I want to accomplish, that's safe with you. Go ahead. Make the fucking decision. I don't give a shit. Like, take something off my plate. Please take something off my plate. Yeah. And I don't think that can come across in a toxic way.
Have you gone to any like kind of absurd extents to find somebody sort of in the way that your character in this show is doing?
Dating apps, I think, because I think dating apps are just a hodgepodge of shit, if we're being fully transparent. And I've paid like good money for them. I've paid good money for matchmakers, mainly because sometimes you just need someone's outside perspective and opinion. If I was in 6 relationships and all of them went bad, I'm the common denominator, right? So then there's the realization of there's something I need to fix, be it with my picker or the attributes I am looking for in a partner. So sometimes you just need an outside source, and I'm cool with that.
What'd you learn from the matchmaker?
That it's rough out here. I think we're all constantly trying to, if we're not trying to heal from something and get over something, you know, we're trying to figure out that thing with self, right? Versus not everyone is willing and open to be vulnerable. It takes a lot, right? Especially for a guy. I mean, you're the first man that I've talked to, and I talk to a lot of guys. I grew up with nothing but guys, so I'm a guy's girl. Okay. I've never heard a man say to me before that I'm in a male group therapy sitch where we're trying to provide space for one another to be soft and more emotive and open. I've literally never heard that before.
I mean, I think you gotta start changing maybe some of your friend groups a little
Fair.
bit. Yeah.
You may be right. I need to hang out with more white people. Because it seems like you guys are rushing to therapy.
I mean, you go hang out in Bushwick, a bunch of very weak-looking white boys that you could break in half.
I think I need to go to a different part of Brooklyn where, you know, they got a little more soul to them. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to date a white guy, which I'm not opposed to, sure, I need him to be like a particular type of white guy. But not a pandering to the black community type of white guy. You know what I mean? Because I don't have time for that.
One who's like unironically on spill.
Not unironically on spill. What's spill?
Spill? Oh, that's like one of the Twitter spinoffs, but it's like...
Oh, black... spill. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay.
The one that like, I don't know how I got an invite, but I did get an invite.
You got invited in? Oh, you're talking about self.
Oh, huh?
Are you trying to date me?
No,
Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, no. What? No, I said I'm on spill.
That stutter was very strong.
Well, it's just you're in LA, and that's already a deal breaker. Yeah, if you live in the Bronx, it's too far from me.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a Manhattan guy?
I live in Bushwick. I live in like deep next to the cemetery Bushwick. Oof. So not the fun, cool house of Bushwick. Like, wait, what were you saying? You're saying, oh, the guy's therapy. Yes. But there's always like some like soft dude, like I feel like black guy who like works out of the coffee shop. Not works at the coffee shop. Like he's got his laptop out, his knitted cap on, and he works there. That guy probably is in touch with his feelings.
He shut me down.
No?
Yeah.
He shut you down?
I approached that guy. I did. On this project that I don't think he listens to this podcast, so I can say it. He actually co-created this series that I was cast in, and I saw him. I'm like, oh, he's lovely to look at. His energy was softer, you know. He seemed as though he were the type of guy to be more in touch with his feelings and whatnot. Shut me down. He just wasn't, or maybe I wasn't being as overt as I, you know.
What'd you say? Just picture. I'm him for this moment.
I'm blushing thinking about it because contrary to what men think, it's really hard for women also to take rejection.
It's hard for anyone to take rejection.
For sure, which is why I was so mad when when I put myself out there, because during this time, he was the fourth guy that I approached, because that's a new thing for me.
Yeah.
Right? As you picked up on earlier, I kind of like men to come get you some. You know what I mean? Like, I smile, I put the energy out there that I'm inviting. And so when I approached him, I said, congratulations on your show. And, if you're not seeing anybody, I would really love to take you out for a celebratory drink, if that's okay.
That was great.
Shut me down.
That's okay. But that was great.
That was good, right?
That was great. Just because he turned you down doesn't mean you shouldn't do that anymore. You should do that. He was
the fourth.
Ma'am, it takes more than
Did
4.
You ma'am me?
It takes more than 4. Don't be so impatient.
No, here's the thing. I mean,
I've interviewed at least 100 exes on this show.
Damn, you've had 100 relationships?
Well, like, past hookups or people I dated.
Situationships, fucking,
a variety,
okay,
just to be like, why not me?
Good for you.
Why can't you love me back?
Why won't you let me love you?
Yeah, no, legit. That's exactly. Yeah. That's what my career's built
Are we
upon.
commiserating?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's basically that it's tough out here, but that doesn't mean
it's
we
hard
shouldn't
out here for a
swing
pimp.
the bat and try.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. To the
good.
best of my ability. It does get a little discouraging when you do so and it produces no good fruit.
Yeah.
But I do. I try.
You're also doing it in LA, which I hear is far more trash.
I lived in New York for 8 years and I was single for
but you didn't have this new
them.
like I asked dudes out, streak in yet.
What am I giving? What energy am I giving?
No, it's just whatever you're doing now, you weren't doing back when you were in New York.
1,000% was.
Okay.
Yeah, I 1,000% was. And the
I just want to shadow.
too,
I want to shadow you while you're hitting on these people.
To be fair, the only thing that really has shifted is maybe confidence in self. And Lisa and I were talking about that yesterday.
Okay.
So my confidence has come up more. And the more, like, I'll do these things. I'll look in the mirror and I look at myself and I'm like, I pinpoint all of these different things. I try to find at least 5 things solid.
Good things.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Your eyes are beautiful. Your smile is magnetizing. Yep. You know what I mean? Like all the things. Like, look at these big titties. Like that ass is real and it's up. You know what I mean?
We're at 4.
Huh?
I said, no, I was just, we're at 4.
Yeah, we're at 4. What waist, bitch? like whatever.
It's funny. I do the same affirmations.
Titties are up.
5. Yes, titties are up.
Ass is real.
My ass is real. But yeah, sometimes I'm sad. I'm like, the titties are up.
Giving up titties. Ass is fat. Waist like what?
Well, something that I was curious about you and like listening to some of like other conversations you've had is that you seem to be a woman of faith.
Yeah.
And I was very curious, but you're also clearly down to like swear and make like sexual innuendo and jokes.
God is still working on me.
Yeah. So I'm curious, where your faith and not just when I talk to people about how faith has affected their sexualities, it's usually in a past tense with the faith. It's they had the faith and here's the effect it had on me and here's where I am now. And they're almost combating against it. You still like going to church.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that your faith intersects with your sexuality?
When I was younger, I can completely understand with that sentiment of feeling kind of like closeted by my faith, a little restricted by it. And when I say closeted, just not feeling free enough to express my sexuality and my sensuality. And I think the older I got, the more I realized like, this is a beautiful work of art.
Yeah.
Right? Like when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we really are like a miracle. When you think about what everything that had to transpire for you to be born, like how can you not look at yourself and marvel at that thing? And I think that it's very freeing to be able to have something that you can share with someone, more specifically when there's more intentionality behind it, that can make both parties feel good. And I love when I'm in a space where I'm being touched and rubbed and massaged, and it really feels like my guy is enjoying my flesh, my body, my curves. It just further makes me feel more beautiful. And I think that that's something that should be celebrated. I don't think that's something that we have to like put to the back burner just because we're devout in our faith, or if you're Christian or whatever your, religious beliefs are. I think that your body is a temple and it should be celebrated. It should be decorated. I have tattoos. I have piercings. These are things that, when you look at the Jewish faith or you look at the Christian faith, that you're not supposed to have, you're not supposed to do. Why shouldn't I decorate my temple? Why shouldn't I celebrate this temple? Why shouldn't I invite people who really love this space to enter into my temple?
So is it a coincidence that your lesser amount of sexual experiences, that you had like a less amount of sexual experiences and have this faith, or did one inform the other?
No, I think when I was younger, it was more so there was also traumatic things that happened to me when I was younger, without making your podcast heavy.
Can be as heavy as you want to do.
Well, there were certain traumas.
Sure.
I was abused sexually as a child. And so that with why God did this happen to me when I was younger played a heavy part in that. When I was in college, my college years, I was in abusive relationships, right? So that's what I meant when I said, like, I had this phase of loving people to the best of my ability. Obviously, it was not good love, wasn't healthy love. And then when you do get older and you develop a healthier sense of self, now you're just being more conscious with who you give that to, right? And so I just haven't come alongside someone that can look at this thing and see it as beautiful as I see it, as valuable as I value it, and want to take care of that. That just hasn't happened yet. That's just timing, right? That doesn't have anything to do with me not wanting it. It's just hasn't come up yet.
But you're a bit cautious about who you allow into your temple.
Yeah, I think when you know better, you do better, right? Like you're just a little less. You're just a little less. What's the word? I'm just not inclined to be more cavalier with this. Not to say that I'm prudy. When I'm in relationship with a guy, or even when I'm just really digging on this guy, I love sex. I love how it makes me feel. I love performing sex on the man. I love putting him in my mouth. I love pleasing my partner, and I want to receive that. But I also feel like not everyone should get these big lips around their dick. I mean, if we're keeping it a buck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we're keeping it a buck.
Sure.
Why would I put random dicks in my mouth? You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't want street meat. I also think that there's a beauty. I also think that there's a beauty in being with a man that sees what he's bringing to the table. A few of my sexual partners from the past, for whatever reason, I'm a big dick magnet. I have zero problems attracting men with big dicks. Don't know what that's about. Maybe because I'm 5'8", I'm a big girl. They're like, she can take what I want to bring to her. Cool.
Sure. I also like how the guy with the big dick always goes, I'm just looking for someone who can take my big dick. And
take this dick.
Rather than allow me to go off and figure out how to utilize my big dick.
Talk to me. And that's the problem. Like, they don't know what to do with their big dick. You just have a big dick, but they're just laying there and you have to do all the work, and, and they're just giving it to everybody.
There needs to be a sex ed class just for dudes with big dicks and how to do it safely.
You
and
still
properly.
have to actually like thrust up, right? And like do shit and like move your ass around. Like,
and like oral. I don't know, just things.
Precipitate. I mean,
you don't just flop it out and be like, I'm here.
Participate.
Yes,
Sorry.
participate.
I can't even think straight. I'm thinking about big dicks. But, I think that there's a beauty in meeting a man or a partner, because I don't want to close anyone off, meeting someone that also values how they can make someone feel. Right. And they know the power behind that. Sex is a very big thing. You hear people all the time, I'm pussy whooped or I'm dickmatized and all these other things. Like, it can convolute like feelings and what you're really looking for. And I don't think that, this is just my opinion.
Sure.
I'm just in a space where I don't want to give this good vagina out to any old Tom, Dick, and Harry, And I'm looking for a man that, I'm not saying he needs to only have like one sexual partner, because I want you to have some experiences, because I haven't had the best.
Okay.
So I'd like to be taught some things. But I also think there's a beauty in looking at your guy and he's realizing, no, I'm a prize. I'm a prize too.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I can pipe you down. And I'm not going to be out here giving my dick out to everybody. And I'm community penis and street meat. No.
I mean, some could think of as the community penis who knows what they're doing, being like, no, it's more like, I know how bad it is for everybody. I'm out here trying to overcorrect for the world.
It's kind of yes and. I'm gonna yes and you. I mean, it's kind of like this line Tupac said, I don't want it if it's that easy. You know what I mean? Like I don't want community dick.
I mean, you're talking to someone who, the episode that comes out next week is the oral sex auditions, where I went down on 5 of women and then they gave reviews to my friend after I left the room.
Spectacular.
So,
I mean, I dated a guy that gave the best oral sex thus far that I've had. I mean, you can climb the wall like Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. But I'm also in my head, and maybe it's a Scorpio thing, because we're very like we're very tied to our nether regions. They like to call us like the sex sign on the zodiac. But I'm like, I think we're very tactile. We like flesh against flesh. We're very, we're in it. Like, we're detailed when we're with our partners, and like every little, and so we just connect better when it comes to sex, but not like we're overly sexually driven, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And so with him though, I'm like, how many women were you eating puss?
And you should be happy that that's the high enough number that he could get good enough
I'm too
to then
jealous
give it
for
to
that.
you.
I'm too jealous for that. That's why I was like, I kind of want the guy that, yeah, you had your fun, but can you sit your ass down and not like give dick out to everybody? Can it just be my dick?
But could they have been a slut in the past and then they get to you and chill out?
I kind of want you to have your yes and. It would be great for you to have had fun. I think everyone should have fun. Let's start there.
Forget fun. When it comes to men, I'm like, you need to have gone and practiced. You need to.
For sure.
That's how I
There's
view
a lot
it.
of men walk around here not knowing what to do in the boudoir. Yes. What I'm saying is I think that there's also a beauty in saying, you know what? I think I kind of want to save this good dick for the right person. I don't want to just give it out to everybody, because I know it's great dick, but it also comes with a great heart, a great mind, someone who knows, like, I'm hungry, so pardon my growls.
Okay.
Sorry. I haven't eaten any dick yet. Sorry, Lisa. Sorry. You kind of just want them to I don't know, have that moment where you value you and you see you. And isn't that why you started this podcast too? Like, you wanted to know where you went wrong, so you can figure out like.
Yeah, I wanted love and all this stuff. My issue was like, anytime I wanted to get more serious, the woman would always tell me she wanted to keep it casual.
Did you start off friend zoning yourself? Or?
No, they'd still be like, no, still come over and do that thing with your thing on the thing.
Oh, you were piping down, bitches.
When it's the early days of like dating or hooking up or whatever, and then, at some point it'd be like, I like you. And then they'd be like, shut up and fuck me. And then it's like, all right.
See, now if you were moving like the guy that I'm describing, it would be completely different.
You
got to move with the energy of, I know what I'm going to do to you when I have you. Mm-hmm. So you got to earn it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would oftentimes like those things would eventually end because I'd be a bit upset about, my stature or whatever. Or they go and they go and date like a different dude after they're done like fucking me. I think I was like a good like boyfriend. I was like,
you were a fun time guy.
Yeah, well, like I give boyfriend vibes even when I'm being casual. So I think they enjoyed that they were getting that, but they didn't have the responsibility of being my girlfriend.
Fair.
So they could enjoy that like kind of boyfriend
half in, half out.
Yeah, boyfriend sex without the girlfriend responsibilities.
So you were like hanging up TVs and putting furniture together and shit and
I
piping
was
down.
Like listening to their feeling. I'm not that kind of man. I'm like, I'll help you find the best priced man with the right reviews for that
spectacular
task. I'm more like, I will listen to like your problems and I'll get to know you and we'll go do fun things and we'll fuck and we'll eat and watch shows and shit. But I'm not like I am not like acts of service guy. I am like words of affirmation, physical touch.
That's your love language
kind of guy. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, there's a glitch in every matrix. I mean, if we had it all figured out, we wouldn't be out here doing this shit. So.
But do you think you're so just real quick, just to tie a button on it, is like or a bow or whatever I'm supposed to tie onto the end of a thought process was
a tail on the donkey.
Do you feel like your faith it has affected your sexuality at all?
No.
Even though like there are like some rules allegedly that are supposed to be followed in
There's
that
rules
dogma.
there's rules in everything, and rules are made to be broken.
Yeah.
I think the thing that actually liberates me more so now is that I know that my faith lets me know that I'm forgiven.
Okay.
I don't feel that I need to operate within constraints to like be super saved. I think the thing that allows other people to have open conversations with me as it pertains to sex and religion and whatnot is that I don't exist in a space where I serve a fire and brimstone God. That's just me. I think that there is one God, and different religions and denominations take different paths to get there. And I think that if we strip it all down, that love and forgiveness is at the root of it all. And I think that expressing love physically is a beautiful thing. And it's a beautiful act. And my religion doesn't get in the way of me being able to do that. One, I think everyone should do everything with intentionality, right? And if you're doing something and you know why you're doing something and it feels good for you and it's not, I'm doing something for somebody else or to, please someone else or whatever, as long as you can feel good about that, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Okay. Right? Like however that shows up for you. And the God I serve he's not a fire and brimstone God, right? It's everyone falls short, don't judge, lest thou ye be judged. The greatest commandment I give of all is love. Yeah. And that's how I show up personally, professionally, sexually. I think the thing that shifts now that I'm older is just knowing better and just having more value in self. And I think that sex is a beautiful thing. I think it's an empowering thing. There isn't anything more empowering for me as a woman than when I am sexual with a man and I can look at him and I can see that in that moment I have the power. Right. And he's fully enjoying everything that I'm doing. If I'm in control, if we're having oral and I'm performing it on him, like knowing that all that is in my hands and in my control, I don't think that there's anything more powerful than that.
Yeah. Because at any point in time, we all know you can bite down.
I can chomp down
hard
on that shit and say, that's what you get for cheating on me. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, no, I just, religion, it doesn't interfere in that way for me. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Do you need to, does your champion need to also be a man of faith?
I'd like that.
Or a man of your faith?
Not man of my faith. Okay. A man of faith, yeah. I think that it's important that you have something that's greater than you. Something that there's just this thing. I think it checks ego. I think it allows you to show up with more integrity whenever there's something that you're accountable to, whatever that thing looks like. Yeah. I think just for practicality purposes, and I think just of understanding, I tend to be drawn more so to people who are Christian or Jewish. I think Judaism's the Torah. The Torah is just the old chapters of the Bible, if I'm understanding that correctly. Yep, it's just they don't subscribe to the New Chapter. It's the Old Testament.
Yeah, they're like, no, that's just some rabbi. I don't know.
I don't know what y'all were doing.
He's not God, but
I don't know what y'all were doing over there. But Jesus even shows up in the Quran.
Correct.
So I think just I want him to have faith. I like him to pray with me, not on me.
Okay.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
You didn't. It went over your head. Pray with me, bit. Not on me.
Well, I haven't.
Pray like a predator, like an apex predator.
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
Prey. Yeah. Pray with me, not on me.
Well, I mean, I would hope not. Jeez. I mean, do you feel like your radar for that has picked up in age where you can tell sooner than later?
Yeah. But also, I think at the end of the day, I think everyone should have some core things that it is that they want in a partner. And I don't want to correlate that to age. I think that's more just life experiences. Okay. The more you experience life, the more you'll be able to say, I do like a guy that opens up doors. I like a man that if he has a hard time articulating it, he shows it. Right? I think there's a beautiful thing in being in relationship with someone that has shown their love before they have the words to say it. It'd be great to hear it. You know what I mean? But it's more so important. Okay, well, how are they showing up? Are they consistent? Someone who is dependable. If they're not checking these boxes, and note, I didn't say anything about, he's got to be rich. He needs to be tall. He needs to be all these things. Like, if those are things that work for you, great. Right? But to me, what means more is, does he look at you when he's talking to you? Yeah. Is his word something you can stand on? Is his actions back up his words? Do you find peace and comfort in the things that he says because you can stand on it? Is he integrous? I think that there's a world where I don't want to say women have made it. I don't want to say women have dropped the bar. I don't want to say that men haven't risen to the occasion. I think I want to say that there's a world where we kind of have been very lax on standards. And I think there are a lot of people who want relationship versus like the work that comes with having something solid and something real, that they are willing to go without something that you would say is the basic, just to have something at home. People are staying in unhappy relationships just to have a warm body at home, right? So when there isn't any effort that's needed, you don't show up in the best way possible. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up, because like one of the things I thought, because not knowing how different or not you'd be from your characters, when I was listening to the first episode of your Audible series, Unleash for Love, I was like, which preposition is
it? It's a play off of my name.
Unleash from love, unleash to love. Okay.
For love. Yeah. You did better than DJ Envy. That's a fact. I think I wanted to drop kick him. I was like, sir, Unleash for Love. You have known me for almost 20 years now. Get your shit together.
Well, one of the questions I thought, listening to his character, is like, does she want to be in a relationship, or does she want a relationship with a champion, with a right one? Would she rather be single and maintain her standards, or would she just rather settle for somebody who meets enough?
I think that version of Alesha, where she is right now, unfortunately, a lot of women or a lot of people are occupying those spaces. And I say people because I have guy friends that are punching their clock. She's punching her clock, right? There are certain boxes that she has to check off by a certain time because that's what society has told her to do. That's the standard that her parents have set. And I know a lot of people that are just like, I just want something so I can get married, so I can build with them, maybe pop out some kids or do whatever. Like
that's what Alesha sounded like.
That's what Alesha is sounding like. That's the space that she occupies, unfortunately. But it's relatable because a lot of people are occupying that, right? They're not looking for someone that's willing to bear down and do the work, which is why, unfortunately, those relationships don't last. There's no foundation on something real, but she's not looking for that. She doesn't realize that. Which is why her parents say, that doesn't exist, right? Like, this takes work. It's not this whimsy thing that, I want to be in love. Love isn't rainbows and ponies. Love is elbow grease and rolling up of sleeves and, compromising, not in a way that doesn't feel good, but in a way that allows that other person to feel safe and know that I can let this thing go and take that up for you because I know you got me.
Yeah, but those compromises, I feel like some people see them as, and I don't think I'm spoiling anything because it's like the series opens up with this bad date that your character's on, and I feel like people settle for that guy. Yeah, and I sat there being like, I would never have the audacity to be like this on a date. I don't think my looks could justify me getting away with that behavior. Oh, no. Right? So it's like I feel like people then compromise for this dude who is like, when y'all listen to the show, when it opens up on this date, you just be like, there are women who date that guy
1,000%,
like long term,
1,000%,
and it makes me so sad.
But if you listen to it, it's less to do. It's less about that guy, and it's more about where Alesha is. She's like, I haven't heard from you in 2 months. And you're on a date with this man? Yeah. Because he was like, I took a swing and I saw you weren't busy on Instagram. So, hey, and you're right. There are plenty of people that will enter in relationship with that man or that woman. But again, she's just in the space of, though she doesn't know it, she's just checking a box. Yeah. She wants to check some things off her list.
So would you rather be single and maintain your standards, or would you rather like have somebody who meets 60%?
I would love to be in a relationship. I would love to experience love for the first time from a healthy space where there's reciprocity, where my nervous system can just relax. I can exhale. I can feel safe. That's something that I have yet to experience, even within the dynamics of my own family. But what I'll say is like, when you've done your work, and I've done a lot to be this woman in front of you, that I can create a show, because I'm executive producer myself and Sarita Wesley, we're executive producers, co-creators, about all of the fuckery that I dealt with in the past. I can look at that. I can look at myself. Like I said earlier, I've had 6 relationships. I'm the common denominator, right? So I'm the thing. I need to do something to shift, to change, and to grow. And I don't think that all of that work, all of that love of self should should not be rewarded by being hasty. I think I deserve to take my time and be intentional and purposeful in my pursuit of the right guy.
Which some of your friends call picky, but you call like, I know what I want, and I'm not settling for less. Alesha, why don't you go? We've alluded to it a little bit here and there, but your show, Unleashed
for Love. I literally almost threw this microphone at you. Don't make me fight you on your own podcast. I don't want to do it, but I will.
But it's on Audible. I've listened to the first episode. It's very fun. Why don't you tell them about the premise of the show?
I hope you finish
your
it.
character who has gone way above and beyond what I have to try to figure out my singledom woes.
I think, trying to find love and career balance is like a universal language. And Alesha is just trying to take it all in her hands by any means necessary. The cast is rounded out by Logan Browning, who plays Candy, and Pretty V from Wild 'N Out, who plays Melissa. Teddy, Lamorne Morris. It's just rounded out by people who are also trying to figure out how they can have it all in whatever version that looks like. It's a show within a show. It's a comedy that goes completely off the rails.
Yeah. What is Alesha doing in the show? Like, what's the premise?
Alesha, she feels like, and she's been encouraged to create a reality dating show that will hopefully, because, as we all have seen, today's TV stars are coming from the Vines. They're coming from Twitter and Instagram and, the Real Housewives and, all of those things, reality TV. So she's like, fuck it. If society is telling me that I got to create this, maybe I can create this and still get that also. And so it follows, how that journey goes. In the end, we don't know if she gets exactly what she wants. So it's a funny way to like see how it could flesh out when you try to have it all by any means necessary.
The audacity to throw your own dating reality show, I must aspire to.
You got to. I'll come on and help you. I'll help you find women. I'll be a madam for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Can I legally say that?
Yeah, I think you can do that as long as you're not promising me sex with them.
No, I can't even promise myself sex. So I don't think that I can't even promise myself sex, babes. I don't know if I can. I wouldn't dare to say
you promise the introductions. And then, you can be the casting director.
Okay.
You'll have some heavy lifting because this is breaking down as I go really fast into my 30s.
You're the problem.
No, I just meant physically. Like I'm breaking. I hurt my shoulder turning to check my blind spot.
Oof. How old are you?
34.
34?
Think about that.
You got to get your shit together, babe.
Yeah.
You should be taking your collagen.
I just started taking fish oil.
Okay,
and
that's a good one. Yeah, glucosamine.
I'm taking vitamins every morning now. I did not have to do that pre-pandemic.
See, I don't have those problems because black doesn't crack. Surely. I mean, you see all this.
Oh, yeah, no, I see.
I know
This, like I said, it's breaking down. So, like, my show needs to be done soon. Soon. Maybe some of that reality money can help me out.
I got your back. Yeah, no. Unleashed for Love is it's on Audible, executive produced by Kevin Hart, Charlamagne the God. Mm-hmm. We knew we had something. Everyone was always like, "Yeah, we'd love to see it. We'd love to do it, just not right now." And so when the time presented itself, and Charlamagne and Kevin Hart wanted to throw their name and their resources behind our show, it's something that we hope that everyone will listen to, enjoy, laugh at, laugh with, and just keep pursuing whatever it is that they want by any means necessary.
As y'all can hear, Alesha's very funny, so there's funny in the show. Go check that out if you've got Audible.
Thanks,
and Alesha, where can people go to find you, follow you?
I am Alesha Reneé.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm only on the Instagram. The Twitter. The Twitter isn't giving what it needs to give these days.
And we're not on Spill.
Well,
no Blue Sky,
I am
no
on
Threads,
Spill. I am on Spill.
Mastodon.
I'm not active on it. Who? Damn,
Mastodon.
all these social media things.
Too many.
No, that's the problem. We're such a microwave society. That is the problem. Like everything is just like quick. Like no one's taking the time to like, hi, I'm Alesha.
Yeah.
How are you?
I mean, look, I got Threads because it was easy, and I got Spill for the cachet because it was like, oh, Spill, like
you're out here.
I just know that's where all the
that's
cool
Black
shit's
Twitter.
Yes,
that's Black Twitter.
Black Twitter's always been more fun.
So you've essentially been invited to the cookout.
Oh, I get invited to some cookouts.
Do you know that expression?
Yeah. Where I went, my only like mini viral shit on TikTok has been me like doing step routines from college.
Good for
I
you.
got a lot of cookout invites from that.
I kind of want to see you do it now.
I can show you a TikTok of me too. But for now, people, go check out the show on your Audibles. Go follow Alesha. And, why don't you go and say goodbye to everybody?
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I am Alesha Reneé, and check out Unleash for Love, available now on Audible.
What did you think of Alesha Reneé? The best place to share your thoughts about this week's show is in the episode discussion channel in the Champagne Room. Link in the notes. Jump in on the conversations. Let us know what you thought. You can always email me directly. Send your comments, your advice questions, your criticisms, maybe your titty pictures to manwhorepod@gmail.com. I guess I'm putting titty pictures back on the acceptable list. Just don't be expecting a certain sexual energy, okay? Like, if you want to share them, you can share them. If you need me to, like, respond a certain way, you gotta go throw that down with some tip money in my OnlyFans. Link in the notes. So many of you asked for this, and so I am answering. You want it? You got it. Tomorrow, there's a bonus episode coming out exclusively on Patreon. It is just the moans. Yes. All of the moans from episode 500. It's literally going to be like an hour of hearing me eat pussy and women moaning. That's what it is, and that's going to be on the Patreon tomorrow. It's available for all of my $5 and up fan whores, and you can gain access to that at patreon.com/manwhorepodcast, or download the Patreon app, and you can find it, me and it, and more on there. All right, now I got to figure out an outfit for Hacienda this weekend. It's the summer of 69, and I got to figure out how to look like a hot, stocky hippie. Maybe I'll see y'all there, people. Maybe I'll see you at the Naked Comedy Show. Maybe I'll see you. Stay slutty. In the arms of the angel. Did you enjoy what you heard? For 7 cents a day, you can feed an indie podcast host. Support the show on Patreon for behind-the-scenes content, bonus episodes, Discord benefits, and the ability to brag at parties about donating to the arts. Join now at patreon.com/manwhorepodcast. You're in the arms of the angel.